Welcome to the workshop, step inside the door. Welcome to the wonders you've never seen before. Welcome to Timberwolf Treasures, leave your heavy heart at the floor. Pouring out the liquid sunlight, taking it nice and slow. From the Timberwolf Treasures, watch that magic start to grow. Yeah, we're making resin for the Timberwolf Treasures. Timberwolf Treasures.
Greetings to Timberwolf Treasures. This is Colleen, and I'm going to be making some resin little critters today. I'm using Roleo pigments. I picked out turquoise and snowflake, and I've already mixed up the 2-part epoxy Let's resin. My original plan was to use the turquoise, but once we start looking at stuff, that didn't quite happen. The first mold I'm going to be making is an axolotl. They became really popular last year, and then a couple of other little friends for him. I hope everyone's doing well, and thank you for stopping by. Okay, so I've got some of the 2-part epoxy. It's already mixed up. I've given it a good slow stir for about 5 minutes. And now I'm going to put the colors in that I'm thinking of using. So I'm actually I want the colors to mix and blend today, so I'm not using any of the glue to make it thicker. So you can see there's Roleo turquoise. Open it up very carefully, and I still get a little, but open it up carefully and you can see how pretty that color is. Put a little bit more of my resin in there. And then give it a nice good stir. Make sure you stir the bottom and all the way around, because you want everything to be the same shade, the same color. You don't want streaks and you don't want clumps. And then when you do what I just did there with the stick, you can see what color it's going to be and how dark and how vibrant the color is. You can put more mica powder in the 2-part epoxy because you don't have to worry about UV light trying to cure it through. So if you like vibrant, dark colors, epoxy resin would work wonderful for you. I still get amazing colors out of the UV, but I do know you have to leave it thin enough that's pretty, that the UV light can get through and do the curing for you. So I'm going to start with the little axolotl because I want this turquoise in his, I guess they're gills in the top. This is actually, I have done very well at markets with this little axolotl. It comes out adorable. And there was a movie last year that had axolotls in it, so everyone now knows what they are. So it went from just a cute little critter to something that people actually recognize and know what they are. And I have done very well at the markets. The strange thing is, in real life, axolotls are usually black or white. But I've made one that is black and white, and no one seems interested in it, which is they love the color and the vibrancy and the different stuff that you put in. I just thought I'd make one that was for the black and white, and that was the only one that was left at the end of last season. It was kind of funny. So now I'm putting some clear resin in, and I'm just making sure it's in all the spots and there's no big bubbles or gaps in there. So originally I was going to use the turquoise gemstone chips. Those colors, they don't work for me. I mean, when you're working on something, if it's just not vibing, not giving you the right, this is what I'm looking for, then just change it. So I grabbed a different one. This one I've gotten off of Temu, and it's called Dragon's Blood. I don't know. That's just what the package says. It is very popular with the customers, and it's very, very pretty. As you'll see here, it's got some greens and some like burgundies or dark red. And it's very, I don't know where it comes from. That part I don't know. I just know I like the colors. And it does catch, because it's not just the black or white, it catches people's eyes. So even if you're making crafts for gifts, put a little bit of gemstone, make it a little different than, I mean, if you like the just one color, go for it. Like, this is your creativity. You need to figure out what your aesthetic is and go with it. You see it? I've got the turquoise on the bottom. Now I've got some clear, and I'm putting the gemstones all over the place. And I'm going to let them sit there for a minute and hopefully the bubbles, if there are any, will come out. That's what my plan of attack was. So I'm looking and I'm thinking I might need a little more of the turquoise for my plans, so you can always top up. As you can see, I'm doing here. Just put a little bit more in there. I'll put a little bit more mica powder in. And we will go and double check the color and make sure it's one that I like. I've been using these mica powder, the Rolio brand, just for this year. I'm not sponsored. I'm not being paid to say this. All of their colors so far have been very pretty. I have not been disappointed at all in any of the colors. I'm still trying the different ones out. This is the first time I've used the turquoise. And Snowflake, I like. It's a white shimmer, and from Canada, it makes sense. I have lots of whites. I like the ones that have a little bit of shimmer to them. So, and sometimes I do put a little bit of glitter in just to make them sparkle a little bit more. But this is a pretty color with Rolio, the Snowflake. And once again, giving it a really nice good stir. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I got a few more people reaching out saying where they're from, so I got some new cool places to announce. So I have heard hello from Ontario. That's another Canadian. I've also heard from Maryland. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's in the United States. And India and South Africa. Very, very cool. Thank you everyone for reaching out and telling me where they're from. There's been so much positive feedback for what we're trying to do here. I appreciate each and every one. So now you see I've put a little bit of the turquoise in the little dragon, and you see I'm kind of squeezing it. I'm trying to get rid of any of the air bubbles that may be stuck in there, because you don't want to take it out and he's missing a chunk of his face because there's a big air bubble down there. So you can see I'm just pouring the white over the turquoise, or the snowflake over the turquoise, and I'm just mixing up the colors. And this one is actually a special request. I made the first one in another video. It was the first time I had seen it. And my dad actually saw it and liked it. And he's been very supportive. And he asked, could I make a turquoise and white one for him to put in his hot rod? Yeah, of course, I said yes. Like, that, how neat would that be? A little dragon sitting on the dashboard? Very cool idea, Dad. And of course, I'll make one for you. So, I've got that one done. That will end up going to my dad. And back to the axolotl. I originally got the mold just because I thought it was cute, and then by chance, when the movie came out, all of a sudden everyone knew what the axolotls were, which helped. It did help. You can see that I'm trying to mix the different colors here, and when you have anything with feet, you always want to make sure that you pour it all the way to the end. I am doing voiceover today because using 2-part epoxy, I do have my mask on, and you can see my gloves because safety's first. So anytime I use epoxy, 2-part epoxy, I do have a mask on. I enjoy doing this, but to me, health comes first. So I'll put the mask on. Is it an annoyance? You betcha. Yes, it is, but that's okay. I enjoy making resin. And oops, got a little bit of a spillover going. Sometimes that happens. So I got him, I think, pretty full. And I'm just going to put the spill in the other guy. Why waste? I mean, if you could use it, use it. And of course, you take your long neck lighter and just pop any of the bubbles on the top. And let's slide this over to the side. It is very, very easy to tip it over, so you kind of got to be a little cautious. You don't want resin all over the place. And then I've got this cute little lizard. I just saw the little mold, thought it'd be a cute addition to the cute little minis that I have when I do the markets. And he's going to be green, because a lot of the lizards, well, I kind of think this might be a salamander. It might be wrong. It's been a while. When I used to go to Florida for vacations, there was these little lizards all over the place. So when I saw it, I thought, oh, those are cute. Let's add these in. I'm not an expert on lizards. I have had a couple bearded dragons for pets, but other than the bearded dragons, I think it's a salamander. I don't know. I might be wrong. So I hope you're enjoying this. If you could like, subscribe, and share it for me. If you haven't yet, drop a note down. Tell me where you're from. I'll give a shout out and say hello, and that I appreciate each and every one of you as I do. So I'm wrapping this up. It's going to take 24 hours for it to cure. Then I'll be back with the final results. Thank you, one and all. Welcome back. It's time to unmold these and see how everything turns out. I'm looking forward to the axolotl, but let's have a look here. First, we got our grumpy little dragon here. Let's have a quick look. His tail's a little soft, but that'll get better as he finishes curing. Let's... Oh, isn't he cute? Check him out. I'm going to just paint his eyes, and he'll be good to go. He's adorable. Even if he's grumpy, he's still so cute. Okay, so that's the first one. That turned out well. Now, let's go with the little. This is a little, I think, lizard. I don't like to waste resin, so if I ever have any left over, I'll make something, and luckily it fit in here. This is a new little creature that I got a mold for, so I'm anxious to see how he works. And I mean, green's always a good color for a lizard, right? And oh, that's cute. He's got a cute little face. I'll give him some eyes. You can see some different shades of green and the white underneath. He's got all his toes, so that's important. That's fabulous. I like that. He's cute. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Now, the axolotl. They do have the little things on their heads, so sometimes it's a little complicated getting them out, but we will see how it goes. Okay, wish me luck here. I'm just gonna loosen it a little bit. Let's get it away from his feet. And get his tail out. I'm taking the parts out that I know I can get out first. or I think I can. Sure, there. Okay, that's a pretty green. That is a pretty green or turquoise or what have you. I think it was called turquoise. I still think it's... Oh, let's get this dragon's blood gemstones out. Sorry, gotta use my body to get some of it out, but that's okay. Come on out. There we go. Because I want to get them out, but I don't want to break anything, because that's no fun. Do all this work and then rip off a gill or whatever they may be called. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, check it out. Oh, that worked out well. I like this. This is very good. So you could see he's so smooth too. That's wonderful. I'll paint his eyes. There'll be pictures at the end. But you could see this is the dragon's blood gemstones. I don't know how it got that name. It's just the name that was on the container when I bought it. Love the color. Actually, that worked out very, very well. Just a little bit. It's a very good mold. If you ever find it along the way, it's one that I have never had any problems with. Perfect. Well, this is my creations for today. Thank you for sticking around and seeing how everything does. I'll paint some eyes, do a little cleanup, and put pictures out the back. Thank you very much for stopping by. Bye-bye.
Thank you for stopping. Thank you for the time at Timberwolf Treasures, watching the resin and the pine. Thank you, Timberwolf Treasures. We appreciate the watching, and we hope to see you next time.